Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches has been in business and locally owned for over 60 years. No business could achieve this milestone without a lot of satisfied customers. Here's Mike White of Southeast Texas.
Well, number one, the guarantee on a paint job is lifetime. And number two, they do quality work.
The Bradley family of Port Neches is always here to serve you.
It's a local home-owned business. Always been there in the family for years back. So Bradley's name is out there.
Mike White has had his beautiful classic Corvette painted at Bradley's a couple of times. Here's the late, great Sterling Bradley to tell you about that project.
We painted this car especially just for Super Chevy. We won Super Chevy, best of color at Super Chevy in Houston, and also best of color in Dallas on it. But this was actually a car done just for Super Chevy. That's 3 different candies on top of a silver base. And it's a 2-tone candy paint job. And he's won 129 trophies with this car.
We first painted it in 2001. Of course, that's been 21 years ago. So it's time to tear it down and go back through it and put a fresh paint job on it. So we did a frame off and put it all back together, and we did another candy paint job on it here. It's still got the same quality, no blemishes, looks great.
As everyone knows by now, Bradley's Collision Center has been in business for over 60 years. Where have you been? Here's David Crawford of Southeast Texas.
What I like best about Bradley's is the atmosphere. They care about the customers that come in here, and they take care of everybody, and they're very fair. This is the first place and the only place that I consider if I need any type of body work done.
David Crawford is a retired DPS officer.
Working for the state, they would work on our cars, take care of us, and took care of us very fast, and did very good work on all our cars.
King of the road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Earl Thomas Conley, it's first I want to say it's a real honor and a pleasure to talk to you in person.
Appreciate it.
I'm a huge fan of your music, and I have been since the early 80s.
You're the reason I'm still here.
Fire and Smoke, and really appreciate you having here in Southeast Texas. It's been a couple of years since you've been in this neck of the woods down here. Fire and Smoke, of course, 1981. Really kind of put you on the musical map, so to speak.
Got me started, yeah.
Yeah, it sure did. And then RCA for 10 years afterwards.
Yeah.
And interesting thing about you, though, is you started out with dreams of being an artist, and painted quite a bit as a.
Well, there wasn't any. I mean, when you're starting out in that business, there's no money in it. There's no money until you're
You still
successful.
paint a little bit?
No, I do some drawing every once in a while.
Yeah. But you actually even got a scholarship to do that after high school.
Yeah, and I went in the Army, and that's probably the best thing I ever did.
When did you start singing?
Oh, when I was a little kid. But
did you sing in choir like a lot of?
I had my aunt and uncle. We did an a cappella thing together in church for about 3 years, and then I said, well, I might as well do this and try to make a living at it.
Honky Tonk, Texas! Honky Tonk, Texas, everybody! Hey, I'm Jim King of the Road from Kicker 95.1 Radio, Fox 4 TV, KBTV, and the Examiner newspaper. Are y'all having a good time tonight? Everybody got a cold beer? Got a cold beer? Are y'all about ready for the big show? The man has had 21 #1 hits. 18 in a row. 3 Grammy nominations. He's the only country artist to ever be on Soul Train. Remember that Soul Train? 1986. He's a country music legend right here tonight at Honky Tonk, Texas. Earl Thomas Conley.
King of the road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee, Texas has featured a steady stream of the very best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Pack up your posse and boot scoot over to Honky Tonk Texas for great concerts, dancing, drinking, and dining. Of course, steak night is every Thursday, and don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been entertaining Southeast Texas since 2008. Where have you been?